quail, the promise of spring, and the riverbed talks of the waters of March. It's the end of the street, it's a joy in the heart.
Hi, my name is Moy Ortiz.
And I'm Annie Quintos.
And we are members of the group The Company. We are a vocal harmony group that is based in Metro Manila in the Philippines. And this year, our little group here turns 31 years old. The question is, how did we start? Do you want to take that, Annie?
Yes. Well, we were the group is an offshoot of the Glee Club that we
A choir, a university choir
that we were all part of. That Moy and I were part of, and another member. So we were
12.
Right after college, we had these withdrawal symptoms of not being able to sing regularly with a group. So we
in a choir.
In the choir.
Yeah.
So we all banded together after work or after whatever it is we were doing, and we just came together as friends and on Fridays and started singing together. But after a few months, we said there has to be something more than just coming together and singing. We had to perform. So one of the members then owned a restaurant, and she said, "I can only pay you with the pasta and the pizza that we serve in the restaurant," and that was fine with us. So that was 31 years, sorry.
Yeah, 31
years ago. And it was also then that we were discovered, or a friend of ours, a common friend of the group, his name is Ryan Kebiab, did see us perform there, and he said, "Why don't I use you guys as backup vocalists?" And so that's where it started. We started as 12 backup vocalists. And
that's right.
And
from that job, that was 1985. So that's how we got into the industry as backup vocalists. And what Annie was referring to was we would do a cappella sets in that Italian restaurant where we first did our debut performance, so to speak. And since at that time, I didn't know that I could write music, original or even arrange. That was a struggle for me. What we would do is we would rely on existing charts that were published. What is it? Hal
Leonard.
Hal Leonard, and we stuff that we would buy at Colony Records in New York. So existing stuff. So that's how we started, really. And it was a deliberate departure from our university choir that performed a lot of traditional choral music. So with the material that was available to us, I think that started our course and into finding our vocal group sound. So I'm referring to the published works of Jean Porling and some of the published arrangements of the Manhattan Transfer. Swingle Singers, right, yeah. Ward Swingle, the early Bach, jazz, Baroque charts, vocal charts. So that's how we started. Just last week, or more than a couple of days, like 3 days ago, I was blessed with my 5th Best Vocal Arrangement award by this award-giving body called AWIT Awards. That is the Philippines version of the Grammys. And I won it for writing a chart for the company's latest album, Nostalgia, under Universal Records Philippines. And how do I approach it? Well, the theme, the concept of the album is, of course, pop classics or jazz classics. So it's nostalgia. And our record company told us, I think this would be a good material, a good song for you to do a cover of Waters of March by Antonio Carlos Jobim. And so how did I approach it? I want to be forthright with you. It is a treacherous balance of being commercial but still not losing your creativity. So every time I write a chart for the company, I still want it accessible and commercial. You still want it melodic, but you still want to put in the harmonies that we love doing. So you have to find a balance. So if the viewers of this video can visit Behind the Mic website and see a video of our version of Waters of March, it's still recognizable, but there are a lot of little jazz influences infused into the arrangement. That was for Waters of March. It's quite wordy, so which is part of the charm of the song. So you don't want to go crazy harmonically, that it becomes unrecognizable. But I hope that the viewers and the audience of Behind the Mic will like it. But I'm very, very grateful, because this is like unheard of. Because to be forthright about it, I am an advertising major. I am not a music major. None of the company members are music majors, really. As Annie said, we graduated, the company came from a Jesuit university, similar to a Loyola University. It's called the Ateneo de Manila University. And we don't have a music conservatory of music in that school.
Yeah.
And that, even up to now, we don't have that.
Yet.
But it's just this love for harmony and singing in a choir and in a group that led us to this. So I digress. I'm very grateful and very surprised that this is already my 5th award for that category, best vocal arrangement. And the company doesn't claim to be a vocal jazz group. What we are is a vocal harmony group. We do all types of music, but I think the connecting thread is vocal harmony.
Lush harmony.
I just want to share with you and the viewers of Behind the Mic that we've been personal, good and loving friends of the members of the Manhattan Transfer since 1992. And in that year, they did a big arena show here in the Philippines. Tim Hauser made the late and great Tim Hauser made the decision to say, do you want to sing with us? So we had the opportunity to perform Jean Perling's arrangement of A Nightingale sang in Berkeley Square in an arena show with the Manhattan Transfer. I believe it's on YouTube as well. And that totally blew our minds. But of course, you know what people say, as much as possible, don't meet your heroes. They totally met our expectations and more, because they were such affirming and kind people to us. Genuine people. And the nice thing about it is that when we get together with them, it's mostly about personal and life things more than just music. And Janice, I think 2 years ago, we had the opportunity of performing with her here in Manila. She did a solo show, and she allowed us to sing with her Shaker song, and that was a thrill. Janice is my life peg in terms of work, because
You got me going.
Sorry, I know you told me to keep the answers brief, but the Manhattan Transfer, they've been nothing but loving and wonderful to us.
We were giddy fans and we've become friends, and it's perfect. Wonderful.
It's crazy
Amazing.
because, you know, here we are living our life in Asia, in the Philippines, and our worlds would intersect, and, you know, that is such a blessing. What were the chances of that happening?
Yes.
That, I mean, when you sent us that note that you were interested in featuring us on Behind the Mic, we said, is he serious?
Is this for real?
Is this for real? We're really flattered, and because even before that, have subscribed to Behind the Mic website ever since, and I would always send and share your videos to the members of the company, because for us, we're here, we're living in Asia. It serves as a virtual online masterclass to learn from the icons and the legends. And
Yes, the soprano too. There's 5 of us now. Sweet takes the soprano 1. I'm soprano 2. I used to be the alto though.
Yeah.
In the choir, I was the alto, but I did start out as a soprano 1, and so the range is still there. But
Thank God.
thank God. But I am more comfortable singing in the lower register. So right now, my musical background is actually mostly taken from the experience I have with singing with a group.
with a choir.
With the
too,
choir as well, yes,
right?
of course. But everything I do today, all the teaching I do, I'm basically a teacher as well. All the teaching I do and
the
everything,
coaching.
and the coaching I do for celebrities here in the Philippines is based on what I've learned through my choral experience and performing with the company. I've delved into a little arranging as well, but these are very simple arrangements, and usually just really for the pop scene. And basically that's what I do here. I work with the TV stations and the celebrities, and try to help them out in the recordings and performances as well.
Yeah, Annie produces their vocals for their albums,
Yeah,
and
albums.
sometimes for their concerts
As well.
So, but Annie's the go-to person here in the Philippines for television network work.
Yeah.
So, we are the vocal group that has lasted the longest, because I think also it happens also in the States and abroad that some people, they use a group or a band or a vocal group as a stepping stone to a solo career. But for us, I mean, although it's true we've had many changes in personnel,
changes, yeah.
Annie and I are the founding members, and we're still here, you know. I think that was in a way, my thank you and my love letter to my singing partner here for, you know, sticking by the group for 31 years. So it basically says all of the lessons learned through the years, through the decades. We've been through ups and downs, but we're still here. So it can be taken literally as our story, but that, and fortunately, that is also used in a lot of reunions here in the Philippines, homecomings, alumni homecomings, reunions, in family reunions,
And even in corporate, in our corporate account, events.
corporate events.
We right now we're signed up with Universal Records, which is a local
Universal Records Philippines.
Philippines. There you go.
Yeah.
We're signed up with Universal Records Philippines, and it's a local.
It's a local company,
recording
company.
And we are going to be coming out with our second album, and
With them.
With them.
Yeah.
And so basically, our albums are one of the tools that we use to promote ourselves. We have new media as well, which we are slowly learning how to
Maneuver.
Yes.
Yeah. So that includes Instagram, Twitter, and we're very, very active on Facebook, on top of having an official website. And of course, we come out here locally on television, TV, we do radio.
We try to do almost everything
Yeah.
that we can
Concerts here. But I basically, to keep the group top of mind here and internationally amongst the Filipinos, the records, the albums really help us with this.
Yeah.
So basically what we do is we give them an album that is that still has our signature sound, that has a lot of versatility in terms of its multi-genre, all types of music in one album, and but it's still accessible and commercial.
All of the members of the company actually
Are teachers.
are teachers. I think I was born to be a teacher first before a performer even, and so we do have summer workshops every year, and we've been doing this since
2006.
2006. Yes, although we are not as schooled as music educators or
Right.
did not finish music.
A degree in music.
We come together and teach vocal performance.
Yeah.
And people know this, that people know that they come to us so we can share with
Coach.
them and coach them
Yeah.
what our experience have been and you know how we can help them. So we don't profess to be experts in
Yeah, we don't have like degrees in pedagogy and all of that, but I think the 31 years that we've been working in the industry in different sides and the different aspects of the entertainment and musical industry, I think we have something to share to our students. As I shared with you, Alton, I finished in university. I finished a degree in advertising and psychology.
I did want to be a teacher for little children, but
Yeah.
it
Life got in the way for in a good way.
yeah, in a very good way.
So aside from that, we do our summer workshops for vocal performance. I have been teaching in a college called Mint College, or that's the nickname of the college, but the official name is Meridian International College. I teach vocal performance also there in the college. It's basically teaching them the basics in vocal production, basics in voice, right?
And songwriting as well.
Songwriting goes there, but eventually I think the aim is to make them very good storytellers and communicators. It's teaching them the communication skills through the medium of music and song. So basically that's what I do. And sometimes when when I have to travel, Annie helps me with the classes and teaches those. That happened 10 years ago. It was a 16-week show, and we're so happy because our students from that show, from that first season, have blossomed into arena acts.
Yeah.
And very successful singer-songwriters. It's so rewarding to see your, in quotes, kids blossom into superstars. And for me personally, the best reward is they don't turn into monsters, because early on we teach them that everything is ephemeral, everything is temporary. Your money, your fame, the adulations of the fans, your talent, everything is temporary. So we teach them, and hopefully we just hope that they learn the lesson to stay grounded and humble, because at the end of the day, everything is temporary.
Yeah.
vocal group that you were talking about is Five by Design, right?
Right.
I've bought 3 of your albums online.
Oh, you did?
I did, and I didn't know, I had no idea that you were connected with the group. I knew you as Alton from Behind the Mic. And then later I found out that you were connected with the group. So, I mean, I am an avid collector of vocal group music, whether it's jazz or pop or all types of genres, and from all countries. I just want to share with you also, we've had the pleasure and privilege, aside from the Manhattan Transfer, we've had the pleasure and privilege of performing with Australia's The Idea of North. We also got to meet, the company flew to Singapore to attend a symposium by Manhattan Transfer and the New York Voices, and they were lovely. They were just so down to earth and so giving, and they were very warm. We also attended the vocal workshops here in the Philippines of the current batch of the Swingle Singers, and I attended a workshop by the King Singers. So we have also this voracious appetite for learning still after all these years, because I think it serves everyone. It would be better if you remain an eternal student. And this website of yours, Behind the Mic, as I said, serves as our virtual masterclass to the world. And we want to give a heartfelt thank you to you for thinking that this is conceivable and this is possible. And you do our vocal harmony tribe on earth a lot of you help us by doing this. So we want to give our heartfelt thanks for doing this, and now we are a part of your tribe. So thank you very much for acknowledging our work.